The Overwatch League is back, but a little different this time. It's called the Overwatch Champions Series, or the OWCS, and will be a new esports product that is open with anyone able to participate. That means you, little silver Timmy. It's gonna be always on, so there's gonna be no off seasons, regionally focused, and include one major this May at DreamHack Dallas, and a grand finals in DreamHack Stockholm. Europe is actually getting their first major Overwatch esports event. That might be the first time, I think, right? This is, quite frankly, amazing news for fans of competitive Overwatch, because it was honestly looking grim at the 2023 grand finals last year, with everyone saying farewell to the Overwatch League.
It's been an honor, a privilege, and a joy to share this experience with all of you. Thank you so much.
That old franchising system where teams were supposed to, travel to different cities like the San Francisco Shock or the Philly Fusion, that business model was destined for failure. It was way too ambitious. So they cut that program last year and everyone thought Overwatch esports was done until today. So let's see what Blizzard has cooked up today with a tweet, a video, and a blog post that I'll be going over. All right, today at about 11:57 a.m. Eastern Time, January 23rd, 2024, Overwatch Esports, this used to be the Overwatch League Twitter account, right? They rebranded, they dropped the blog article and a video on YouTube. So this is what it says. Today, we're excited to introduce the new Overwatch Esports program and the Overwatch Champions Series. There's an article, but let's actually go to the video first. If we go to the old Overwatch League channel, yep, they've fully rebranded Overwatch Esports. They got a new logo with a little hexagon over here. I almost said the wrong shape. And a brand new video, the future of Overwatch Esports.
Hey friends, long time no see. I know myself, and probably
Hi,
all
Zoe.
of you watching have been eagerly waiting to hear about the new esports program for Overwatch. And guess what? The wait is over. I have two special guests joining me today to share some exciting news about the future. So please welcome Overwatch Executive Producer Jared News and Overwatch Esports Product Lead Bailey McCann. What's up, you guys?
Hello.
I just want to dive straight in. Share the news. What's good? What's going on in Overwatch Esports?
All right, Overwatch 2, as we all know, is a very competitive game. It's fast, it's dynamic, and it's at its best when two closely matched teams are battling it out over a control point. Or fighting over our buddy TS1. It's our goal as a development team to ensure that all of our players get to experience the thrill of competition. Esports competitions are critical to Overwatch 2. They give us an opportunity to celebrate the best Overwatch players in the world and to showcase their skills.
As we've been listening to our community about everyone's thoughts on Overwatch Esports, we've tailored a vision for what we want our new ecosystem and premier circuit to look like, with these underlying principles. First is open competition. Anyone who wants to get involved and compete in Overwatch Esports, they should just be able to jump in, with anybody 5 players able to make a team and make it all the way to the top of Overwatch Esports without any barriers in their way. Always on. We've heard lots and lots of feedback about how long the off-seasons can be, and how the lack of anything to play for and watch can make coming back to competitive Overwatch Esports even harder. So we're looking to support meaningful competition that is always going to be happening for our players and fans. Next is a regional focus. We recognize that players across the globe have different preferences, and there is truly no one-size-fits-all solution for Overwatch Esports. So we've designed our new program with some regional partners who can expertly tailor the experience across each individual region. It's crucial that we support a premier circuit to celebrate the pinnacle of Overwatch Esports competition. However, we understand that this competition necessarily doesn't always reach all of our players. With our new ecosystem, we're excited to support a few unique programs that will have opportunities with tailored experiences for players of all levels to get involved with.
Silvers, that's you.
The new premier competitive circuit that we've just spoke so much about, the Overwatch Champions Series.
Let's take a look.
Oh. A hype trailer. Across Asia, North America, EMEA. Big stages. Okay, when they say Asia, what about Team China or Team from China? I'll get into that in a bit. Ooh, I like the branding though. I'm gonna be honest, this hexagon looks pretty nice. If you notice, they actually did, this is the old portraits from Overwatch 1 on the bottom of your barrier. I really miss the portrait, and they're actually using it here. So the design has not been thrown away.
Wow, the Overwatch Champions Series, OWCS, I love the sound of that. So let's dive into this. what details can you share about the OWCS?
The OWCS is the premier international competitive Overwatch circuit. We're going to have 3 regions of competitions that are open to players across North America, Europe, Middle East, and North Africa, or EMEA, and Asia. Each region.
Okay, well, it's general region. So I think South America can participate in NA, and I think people in like Africa can play in EMEA, and then all of Asia. They only highlighted this part, but I think they can play in this bracket. You just have to suck up the ping. If you guys watched the Overwatch World Cup last year, around November at BlizzCon, October, November, they kept saying team from China, and everyone's like, why are they saying that? It's because Overwatch is actually shut down because their partner, their distributor, NetEase, did not re-sign with Blizzard. So technically, Overwatch is not available for players from China. So all the Chinese players who actually held the team, I mean, they don't have control of the government, right? Or like the distributor. They wanted to continue to play in the league, so they actually moved to Korea, if I'm not mistaken. So when the World Cup began, they were like a team from China, but they could not represent China because the game didn't exist there anymore. Interested to see how that's going to work out this year, because I don't think NetEase actually re-signed, or they don't have a distributor yet, so the game is still offline in China. Okay, 2024 format.
Top teams in each of our regions that will be competing at our 2 live events that we'll be having across the year that will be bringing the best players in the world together to compete.
So how exactly will this work for each of those regions?
For NA and EMEA, we will support 4 regional tournaments that are each going to have their own online open qualifiers. Each of these open qualifiers will be advancing teams to these regional tournaments where teams are going to battle out and ultimately determine who is qualifying for the 2 international events that we'll be hosting throughout the year. We're super excited that the qualifiers will all be run through FACEIT. FACEIT is going to be a connection to the esports circuit that will provide players in the community a clearly defined and streamlined competitive experience. And for the Asia region, we will have.
So for those who don't follow Counter-Strike, FACEIT's a big name there. I don't think they do Valorant, but FACEIT is like a built-in client where it'll like matchmake you with the teams correctly. You play your match, and then it'll log all your data, the stats from the game, and everything, and it'll place you correctly in the bracket. So when they say anybody can participate, you really can. Anybody can create a team on FACEIT, and if you're beating all the competition, it'll rank you appropriately. So it's like an custom game automation where it'll sort and do matchmaking for you. So I'm not sure how it's going to work exactly under the hood. And I don't think, or it'll probably have like another layer of connection. You know how you can connect your Battle.net account to like Twitch for drops and connect. You probably have to connect to FACEIT so they can, gather that data and automate that stuff for you.
I have 3 subregions: Korea, Japan, and Pacific. Each of these subregions will host multiple regional tournaments.
Korea, Japan, and Pacific. Pacific is pretty broad, but KR and Japan are very obviously specific. This specific, and Pacific is very vague, maybe implying that China can participate, but they can't say China.
To each local audience. Each of these regional tournaments will be hosting open online qualifiers through YRGG, which will then lead to their respective sub-regional championships. The best of each of those 3 subregions will qualify for live events at WDG Esports Studio in South Korea.
In Korea.
Teams can battle it out to earn the right to represent the Asia region at our 2 international LAN events.
The key goal we had while creating the OWCS was to have an international program that caters to local audiences. So with that in mind, the Asia region differs from NA and EU. As you can see from the calendar, they'll have 2 regional tournaments throughout the year where the best teams in each sub-region fight their way
it's a lot different.
Compete at a regional LAN event at WDG Studio, and ultimately qualify for international events.
International events. I know everyone.
So this is the same calendar as before, but they added Asia in the bottom. So they opened up with NA and EMEA are combined this top half, then Asia on the bottom. They all play at the major depending on how well they do, but they have a lot. It's a lot different. February, this is soon. We're January 2024 right now, late January. As soon as February, Asia begins their qualifier, so they're going to be starting round robin plus LCQ, playoffs, wildcards, stage 1 main event, and then head on to the major.
5 international events bringing together the best teams from across our 3 major regions, NA, EMEA, and Asia. The first of those international events will be our major in the middle of our season in the summer, and the second will be our season finals that will be happening in the fall.
It seems like there's going to be so much to play in and play for.
I couldn't agree more. And honestly, when looking at everything that we're going to be having on our roadmap, it really starts to set in stone how many just awesome and incredible competitive Overwatch opportunities that we'll have this year. Between OWCS, our premier international circuit, and all of the other programs, both returning and spinning up.
That's me! I got made fun of by my community for my pants. I had one leg. I had my... Listen, this is the style, okay? Streetwear style. I got made fun of the whole time with my ankle tees here.
We're just really excited about this new direction for Overwatch esports. as we're able to now give people of all skill levels something to play, watch, and look forward to.
Oh, Zoe, I also think we should talk about where all this competition is going to be held.
Well, yes,
I said it in the
please,
beginning of the video.
share.
So the first international event that Bailey was talking about will be our mid-season major hosted at DreamHack Dallas. We're incredibly
Dallas,
excited to
never
bring
been there
Overwatch
yet.
esports.
I've never been to Dallas, but I've been to Houston and San Antonio before once. It was all right. It was really hot. I've never seen a heat wave where like, you know, things just look blurry. Like I was looking at a street sign and it was like doing one of these to my eyes and I was like, oh my God, heat mirages, that's crazy. But Dallas, I've never been to a DreamHack event either. So this is exciting. I heard DreamHack is wild.
Finals this year will be taking the best teams from each of our OWCS regions to Europe.
Europe,
We know that fans
never
of
been to
the
Sweden
European
either.
Overwatch community have been clamoring for their own LAN event, and we are so stoked to bring it to them at DreamHack Stockholm in November.
All of these
Stockholm,
international and
Sweden.
regional tournaments are all going to have double elimination brackets. So we can get ready for some chaotic loser bracket runs. I know a lot of fans will be happy to hear that.
This is all such exciting news for all fans of Overwatch esports. Is there anything else you guys would like to say to the people watching?
I'm so happy to be able to share all the new and awesome opportunities that are coming for fans in the Overwatch esports community. And also, you won't have to actually wait long if you want to play or watch. We'll be kicking off the first OWCS qualifiers right after our Calling All Heroes Championship concludes, with competition starting in March.
And I'd like to thank everyone who's worked so hard to bring the OWCS to life.
That is
This
soon.
truly has been a passion project for so many of us who care deeply about Overwatch esports and who want to see the community grow and thrive. I know we're going to see some incredible competition this year, and I can't wait for March to get here.
Neither can I. Not going to speak on behalf of everyone. Neither can they. The future is bright. We have so much to look forward to. Thank you both so much for coming here today and share the great news with everyone watching. So, with that said, that's it from us. So thank you so much for tuning in, and we will be seeing all of you.
Okay, that's the video. Let's go over the blog article now. What do we have here? The future of Overwatch esports, the new Overwatch ecosystem. So this is basically, the video was a short, my intro in this video was the quick TLDR. The video was a shorter version, and this is the full in-depth article. Let's go from the top. The new Overwatch esports ecosystem. Overwatch is a competitive game at its core. It's fast, dynamic, and it's best when two closely matched teams are battling it out for victory. Our goal as a development team is to ensure that all of our players have the opportunity to experience the thrill of competition, from the highs and lows of organized group play to the excitement of watching the world's best players competing at live events. Esports competitions are vital to any thriving competitive game, and Overwatch 2 is no different. Today we're excited to talk about what's next. Our philosophy moving into our next chapter of Overwatch esports is simple. Offer and cultivate an esports ecosystem that is more open, with anyone able to participate, always on, regionally focused, and providing experiences for participants and fans alike. Overwatch 2 is a game for everyone. We want to ensure that anyone who has the skills is able to showcase them. With that said, we're excited to introduce our new Overwatch esports programs. Introducing the Overwatch Champions Series, OWCS, not OCS, OWCS. Sounds like the LCS from League, but you know, Champions Series is not like a new kind of naming format. Our esports efforts in 2024 will be multifaceted. In the first program that we're excited to introduce to you all is the Overwatch Champions Series, OWCS. The OWCS is our new premier international competitive circuit open to all players across NA, Europe, Middle East, and North Africa. EMEA, and Asia. The 2024 season will feature multiple competitive stages where each region will have its own set of open qualifiers, giving players the ability to form their own teams and battle it out for their place in the main event. The stages will culminate in 2 live in-person international events, bringing the regions together for the pinnacle of Overwatch play on the largest stage ever for Overwatch esports. Let's dive into how each region will function across the OWCS. All right, so here's again the format in a graphic for you. So you have like round robins. You have to play every Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Week 2 and 3, you have all of this, and then they have their whole bracket. I'm sure this is all automated in the client, which we'll get to in a bit down here. In NA and EMEA, teams will participate in 4 competitive stages throughout the year, alongside our 2 international OWCS events. Each stage will feature an online open qualifier and main event where players can earn circuit points, which are used to determine international event qualification. Players can earn circuit points through top finishes in each of these stages. The more points a team earns, the higher they're standing on the leaderboards and seeds going into each event. OWCS stages in NA and EMEA will feature 3 unique tournament phases: Swiss, groups, and the main event. The open qualifier will contain the Swiss phase alongside groups, which qualifies teams to the main event. The Swiss phase will host a maximum of 512 teams, which will then be qualified into 16 teams into the group. Wow. That's times 5. That's over 2,500 players. These 16 teams will then compete in groups of 4, with the top 2 teams from each group advancing to the main event at our 8-team double elimination regional tournament, all run through our new partners at FACEIT. Stay tuned for further details on NA and EMEA region schedules at a later date. So FACEIT is their new esports infrastructure. Again, if you follow Counter-Strike, you know what this is about. So their partnership with FACEIT, which is involved in NA and EMEA, will boost our ability to bring great experiences to the Overwatch esports community. Their platform provides an open infrastructure that allows players to find a network to connect with competitions, teams, brackets, and standings to simplify the entire experience. The streamlined Overwatch 2 FACEIT experience will be the official way to play the OWCS in NA and EMEA starting on March 1st, 2024. So this is, again, a separate client you're going to be downloading, very likely, which will automate everything for you. For Asia, this is the graphic for it as well. You have the OWCS Korea Open, Japan Open, Pacific Open. You go to a LAN in the WDG esports studio in Korea. It looks like in Japan and Pacific, it's all online, but in Korea, they get to go to a studio, because they have the infrastructure in Korea for this. Very nice. They'll get a tier 2 Asia champions, and then they'll be sent to the international champions or majors at DreamHack as needed. So a key benefit of having a new international program with distinct regions is the ability to better provide players with experiences that best serve their unique regional needs. As such, the Asia region will look a little different than NA and EMEA. Asia will host 3 regional subdivisions, Korea, Japan, and Pacific, and each subdivision will host multiple tournaments with formats tailored to each local audience, all with the direct purpose of qualifying teams up to the OWCS. So in Asia, teams will participate in 2 competitive stages throughout the year, with each stage culminating in a respective international OWCS event. Each competitive stage will be operated by WDG, with each subdivision featuring their own respective open qualifiers leading into regional tournaments, and these regional tournaments will then determine the best teams from each of our subdivisions to advance to the 2 OWCS Asia Champion tournaments throughout the year. This is a lot of words and this is tough to digest. I would just look at the graphic, to be honest with you. At each of the OWCS Asia Championship events, fans can watch their favorite teams from across all of Asia in person as they compete at the WDG Esports Studio in South Korea for their spot in our global events. So another partner, Wara.gg, I'm going to be honest, I've never heard of this before. They will serve as the exclusive registration platform for each of the sub-regions open qualifiers and the primary source for all match-related information, offering match updates, schedules, and other information. So this is the FACEIT of Asia. Obviously, I don't live in Asia, so I've only heard of FACEIT. That's where you live. This is important for you. Wara.gg will also provide a dedicated platform to engage all the excitement, competition, and opportunities that the Overwatch Esports and OWCS will offer for the region. Stay tuned for details of the Asia region schedule at a later date. So the international live events at DreamHack, like they're saying, this is a cool photo, man. Looks like a rave, to be honest with you. We are thrilled to be partnering with DreamHack, with their festivals having served as epicenters for competitive gaming for many years. We're incredibly excited to bring some of our biggest Overwatch esports moments to their stage, as OWCS will host 2 live international tournaments at DreamHack, one in the summer during the middle of the season and another in the fall as our season finals. I know it says like there's a final, so then you're wondering if there's an off season, but I'm pretty sure as soon as the finals are over, you can start playing for circuit points right away, which is what they mean by always on. The first international event, the OWCS Major, will be at DreamHack Dallas on May 31st to June 2nd, so official days right here. DreamHack Dallas, May 31st, June 2nd. Our season finals will do something that the community has long waited to see, bring premier live Overwatch esports events to Europe. So it is their first time. I was right. The top teams from each of our major regions will descend on DreamHack Stockholm. Anybody from Stockholm or Sweden in the chat? As we look to crown the first ever OWCS champions. New branding. Okay, in North America and EMEA, in addition to OWCS, players and fans can look forward to many other ways to engage in Overwatch esports with new initiatives through FACEIT. We're excited to provide players a variety of fresh and exciting opportunities to compete starting this spring, and we look forward to sharing details on more ways to play throughout the year. Stay tuned for future announcements with our full slate of programming in North America and EMEA. In the Asia region, in addition to the OWCS, there will be further programming supported by WDG Esports. The WDG Cup offers a unique knockout competition that is open to all teams in the Asia region and will run during the Asia OWCS off-season. Okay, so this is the off season. When they say off, always on. Open nature of WDG Cup encourages every team to participate and achieve standout performances. There's another one, WDG Scholastic Tournament. remember Scholastic. That's where I got a lot of books when I was a kid, like Captain Underpants. They present a regular competitive opportunity for collegiate, high school, and middle school students who wish to play Overwatch 2 representing their school and Scholastic community. The tournament will take place 4 times annually, ensuring students have regular opportunities to compete and enhance their skills. So again, mark your calendars. This is the same image as before. 2024 calendar. This is what it looks like for the year. First OWCS Open qualifiers will kick off in NA and EMEA shortly after the 2023-2024 season of Calling All Heroes, which concludes this February. So competition begins in March for NA and EMEA. Asia begins in February. Once again, Open qualifiers for Asia kick off February. Keep an eye out for a later date. And then a couple of FAQs at the bottom. Where will it be streamed? Is it no longer YouTube exclusive? I think so. Details on how to tune into Overwatch Esports will be shared at a later date. Please, for the love of God, stop being a YouTube exclusive. I hope their partnership, it probably ended with YouTube Gaming, and hopefully it will be on Twitch, or at least multi-platform for those who still actually prefer the YouTube scrubbing of the VOD as needed during a live game, right? But also on Twitch, which is the ecosystem that I'm normally on. Okay, am I eligible to participate in OWCS? So basically when they say anybody can participate, this is their small little caveats here. When constructing your team to OWCS, your roster will be limited to 8 players with a minimum age of 17. So you need to be 17, 8 players in a 5-player roster because you need some subs, right? In case not everybody can make it. And a maximum of 2 non-resident players per team in an OWCS region. So you can have some imports, like we can have 6 NA players and 2 Korean players, for example. Interesting. OWCS will feature various eligibility constraints for players and teams across regions. They'll be divided across 3 major regions: North America, Europe, Middle East, North Africa, and Asia. Asia in 3 subdivisions. So extra NA. So they said all the regions in the graphic we saw in the video earlier. So they actually do cover South America here, it looks like, right? For NA, you get Argentina, Belize, Bolivia, Brazil, Canada, Chile, Colombia, Costa Rica, etc., etc. For EMEA, you also have the extra, all the other countries as well that are eligible: Algeria, Austria. In Asia, there's 3 subdivisions for competitions. It says South Korea, Japan. The Pacific includes Hong Kong, Indonesia, Macau, Malaysia, Philippines, Singapore, Taiwan, Thailand. Wait, where's Australia? Players from an eligible jurisdiction will be able to compete outside their OWCS home region as a non-resident. Yeah, 2 non-resident. So wait, for example, yeah, a player from South Korea will be eligible to compete in an NA as a non-resident. Like I said earlier, yeah, you can have 2 Korean imports as an example. So why are certain regions not included here? OWCS competitions only offered in regions with current ongoing support for the Overwatch 2 live service. So basically China is not here. Where the hell is where's Australia? There's Austria. I know if you play Oceanic in Australia, you get shown up on the NA leaderboards in top 500. There's no Overwatch infrastructure there. They're gonna have to be played as import players, right? For non-residents for a different region. Maybe you can only have like 2 Australians or that region. Wow, okay, so that kind of sucks for them. Will there be live competition? Yes, to DreamHack event. When can I start? February in Asia, March in NA and EMEA. Viewership incentives. There will be opportunities for fans to receive in-game rewards for esports events. So everybody loves drops, right? So there will be drops, whether it's on Twitch or YouTube, or tokens. Not sure what they're gonna do with the old Overwatch League branding, because you can still get like Dallas Fuel skins in the game and everything. Face it is going to be another platform, right? A connection for everybody. How will it be used? They'll be announce more about their program soon. Who is eligible? People with an existing live service for Overwatch 2 across NA, Latin America, Europe, Middle East, North Africa, Australia, New Zealand are eligible to participate in Face of Play. So it does seem like they are able to play in, hey, when I mentioned Australia, New Zealand, they're here, but they're not listed up there. So I guess they have to play NA maybe? They're qualified. When can I start? March 1st. How to use it. More details on the seamlessness will be shared at a later date. Will it be different than on Battle.net? No. Playing Overwatch 2 on Faceit or Battle.net will be a seamless experience. So you might have to launch through Faceit. That'll be cool, but we'll have to wait for more announcements. And that is it. Great news. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Till next time.